Hey everybody, making YouTube videos at 12:30 at night. I'm the Insomniac. I'm the Elite Cub guy. Haven't been on the air for a long time. Just went back to the channel. Just really disappointed from 2018. What I'm going to tell you. If you're a Cub fan like me, then you know that the Cubs office shut down. Totally shut down. We should have never went to a one-game playoff against the Rockies. Should have been able to just walk into the playoffs, go head-to-head against the Brewers. But, our offense got shut down. We ended up getting rid of – we had a 1 year – a lot of stuff's going on in Chicago. A lot of things are changing. Beginning of the year, we had a lot of rough weather. Wasn't happy with that. I mean, I was happy with it if they were winning. But the thing I wasn't happy about, we'd get a lot of rainouts. And, we started using the shit out of our bullpen. And – that taxed our bullpen a lot. Our starters weren't going that deep into games. We had problems with Yu Darvish. He got hurt. He wasn't worth anything because he was shelved. And people were making fun of the Cubs because they signed this guy to this 6-year contract, and we already lost 1 year right off the bat. But we got 5 more years with this guy. Hopefully this guy can turn it around and bring quality to the table. Tyler Chatwood, total freaking failure as far as free agent signings go. The only other pitcher that I probably could line him up with that came for big money and didn't do shit would be for David Wells when he signed with the White Sox for like a year or 2 years, and he was useless. And then he goes back to the Yankees and kicked ass. But as far as things go, Cubs taxed their lineup. I mean, they're pitching really bad in the beginning of the year. Cubs hitters weren't hitting. The only guy that was coming to the table and producing was Javier Baez. Looks like he's finally maturing to the point where he's going to be able to produce some real numbers, where he's going to be on base, going to be hitting for power. His fielding is off the charts, man. One of the best fielders in baseball. When he runs the bases, he has a natural instinct. He knows how to run bases. He knows how to anticipate. One of the best base runners I've ever seen. Exciting. All you got to do is go to YouTube and Google. And just punch in Javier Baez fielding plays, and he'll amaze you. And it's even that much more fun to watch in person. Rizzo, first base, started out slow, picked it up towards the end of the season. Again, second base, whenever you had Baez there covering it, always taken care of, always very confident with his ability to field. He was kind of platooning. He was all over the place. He was playing a lot of second base. They'd spell him with Zorbis. And then when Russell, who wasn't really playing that good this year because he got a bunch of problems, marriage problems, and he brings him out to the field, not hitting. I mean, I feel bad for the guy, and I think he even got hurt. And this year he's suspended, so I could see the season. We got Baez. He's going to be opening up the season. And as far as that goes, I feel real comfortable about Javier Baez being my shortstop. And the thing is that, if put him at second base is easier on him, then I agree. Put him there. But the reality of it is you won't see a hotter, flashier shortstop than Javier Baez. That guy is a 5-tool player. And if you want to see a kid, if he could just continue to hit, continue to field, that guy is your bona fide superstar. So he's hatching right before your eyes. So take the time to watch him because, he won't disappoint you. At third base, we got Chris Bryant. I don't see Chris Bryant staying in that position for too much longer. I don't know what's going to happen. If they're going to move him to the outfield, but he's still playing the position at a decent clip. But his hitting really suffered last year. His shoulder, he had an injury. It was evident. I love Chris Bryant, but I'd love it more if he was having a monster year like he did when he was MVP. Left field, Kyle Schwarber, not impressed. He picked up his defensive ability. His numbers defensively, he was more respectable, but he would still have. He worked hard, very hard. I got to give him credit for that. But the thing is that Schwarber, we can live with defensive lapses every once in a while. But we need that guy to be a big bopper. And, we need more consistency. He was killing it in 2016. Didn't do nothing in 17. Didn't do enough in 17. And in 18, you expected him to be a beast, but he was very mediocre, man. I don't want mediocre on the Cubs. I want beast on the Cubs. Center field, Almora. I love Almora. I think he's a great center fielder, but I guess Madden don't like him because he don't hit enough for him. Ian Happ, when he hits great, but he ain't the greatest center fielder we got. But when he goes into slumps, he goes into slumps. Right field, Hayward had a better year, but to be honest with you, for what we pay Jason, even though he's a Gold Glove contender every year and he actually gets it, I mean, that's a lot of money for a Gold Glove. It's not my money, but the point is that I thought that kid was going to be a beast as well, and he hasn't turned out. So, rumor mill, the meetings are going to start this week, and now, Cubs are whispering having the money all of a sudden for Bryce Harper. As far as I'm concerned, if Bryce Harper comes to the Cubs, great. If he doesn't, I'm not worried about it. Cubs are going to be an organization that's going to have a lot of money in the upcoming years, but they got to spend it wisely, and they got to make sure they make the right pickups. They got to get the right talent to complement that Wrigley Field and complement the players they have now. Let me tell you something. That window's starting to close a little bit. And that division that we're in has gotten really a little more stiffer. Cincinnati Reds played really tough last year. The Brewers, they beefed up and they gave us a lot of competition, but we were actually a little bit better than them, even though we were eliminated, in a one-game playoff against the Rockies because our offense took a vacation, total vacation. They just killed me, man. Just killed me. Should have been in that conversation deep into October, and we weren't. And who else got better? You got teams like Arizona. Arizona looks like they're going to be a lot better. Who else? Philadelphia. Philadelphia's in the hunt to get another component to their team, and they want to be competitive. They want to give it a shot, and they got good talent over there. So we'll see. But in my division, the teams that the Cubs got, teams that I pay attention to are the ones in our division. You got your Brewers, you got your Pirates, you got your Reds. And who am I missing? I forget. Brewers, Pirates, Reds. Oh, St. Louis. Oh, man, they picked up that first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt. They got better, and they got some good players. And like I said, they're St. Louis. They're always going to be tough. They're always going to play the Cubs hard. And we'll see what happens. Like I said, I haven't been on my channel. I'm going to try to be on this channel a lot more. I'll probably do a lot more live broadcasts. Please help me build this channel. I mean, this is firstly for people who enjoy lively discussion and baseball, and then who else but the Cub fans? I love my Cub fans. I love Wrigley Field, and I just want to put good content out there for Cub fans and for baseball fans in general. I'm not here to bash any teams. I mean, there's teams I don't like, but I'm not going to be going on prolonged hate tirades. I'm going to try to make sensible comments about what's going on in the division. And getting back to that, like I said, the rumor mill again is about for Bryce Harper. Cubs are talking about allocating the money for the guy. And like I said, if he comes here, great. If he doesn't, no love lost, man. They're bringing him here because he's 26 years old and he has the potential to be a great player. I don't see it. But I don't see him play every day. He had that one MVP year, and then even the year after that, he couldn't hurt the Cubs. Cubs punked him. Joe Madden knew how to pitch to the guy, and we got in his head, and he had subsequently started going on a downslide. But when we played him in that playoff series a year ago, he came up a couple times and he scared the shit out of the Cubs. And all I can say is I'm going to give you guys updates from a real Cubs fan perspective. There'll probably be multiple videos that I post because I'm that much of a Cub fan. I'm always monitoring the wires. I mean, I'm not a professional sports broadcaster. I'm just a real Cub fan. And the thing is that I'll ferret out the information and I'll give it out to you guys because I'm looking at it and I'm going to talk about it and I want to wrap my head around what's going on with the Cubs. So, like I said, be ready to catch some of my going live videos. And if you like the content, please subscribe and leave comments. And let's do that. So have a good one. Go Cubs 2019.